Hello, everyone. We're going to be starting now. Welcome to the first general body meeting for the Google Developer Student Club in the 2022 to 2023 season. We are very excited to introduce you guys to the Google Developer Student Club, and we have a lot in store for you today. Firstly, however, I would like to make an announcement for those who didn't hear it and those on the Zoom as well. If you look on your screen right now, there's a QR code in the middle there. It links you directly to an attendance form that you must fill out per UCF guidelines. If you are for any reason unable to scan the QR code, there's a tiny URL link right there, tinyurl.com/GDSC-check-in. Please fill out that attendance form. I'm going to give everyone a couple of more minutes to kind of get in here and also fill out the attendance form. It's very critical. Also on the screen, you will see that we have a QR code for our Discord, which is in the bottom right there. Discord is our primary form of communication to get the latest news and updates in regards to the Google Developer Student Club. Throughout this meeting today, you will see that we have a plethora of platforms. However, Discord is going to be the main one. So I highly recommend you, if you want to join the club or be a participant in any capacity, to please scan that QR code for the Discord and join. And the same for the Discord. If you cannot scan the QR code, we do have a Discord tiny URL right there. It's tinyurl.com/DSCUCF-Discord. So I'm going to give everyone like 2 minutes. Please fill that out. And hopefully by then we can get started. Thank you. Do they want to come in?
Yeah, they've all been waiting. They thought that they got kicked out.
Tell them you can come in. Yeah.
I'll have to come in if you want.
Just sit on the floor.
And sorry for the spacing for everyone who just came in. We did reserve room for dirty seats. I don't know if this is dirty seats, and we've never had this much attendance, so sorry about that. Moving forward, we'll probably reserve a larger amount of seats so this won't happen again, but we'll just make do with this for now. I think it's been a couple of minutes. If you didn't manage to fill out that form, the QR codes will come again throughout our slideshow today. So just be on the lookout for that. With that out the way, let's talk a little bit about our meeting schedule for today. So this is what the meeting schedule is going to consist of. And like I said earlier, the QR codes are still there on the right-hand side if you still need them. Today, we're going to, first of all, meet the team, which is the core team. And this is a team of basically officers standing behind here that make all the magic work here. And then we're going to talk about what is a GDSC in the first place. We're going to talk about how you can get involved. We're going to talk about major events and upcoming events in the near future. We're going to talk a little bit about elections, which are ongoing right now if you're checking on the Discord. And we're going to end it with some event feedback if you would like to give it to that. From there, the recording will end. So everyone who's currently watching this on YouTube will not see whatever happens after event feedback. But if you stay afterwards, we will play a little bit of a game. And after this whole entire event, we will have a social at Lazy Moon Pizza. So be on the lookout for all of that. With that, let's move on to meeting the team. So I think I should introduce myself first. Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan Atta. I'm a junior CS major here at the University of Central Florida. I've been with the Google Developer Student Club since its inception 2 years ago, and I've been with it ever since. With that, I'm going to pass the mic down to Camilla Sinelli, who's our co-lead here.
Hi everyone, I'm Camilla. I'm a major in computer science. I'm currently in my junior year, and I've also been part of this team since it started in 2020. And I'll pass it on to Andre, who's over there.
I'm Andre. I'm the secretary of the DSC. I'm a sophomore CS major. Not a sophomore, I'm a senior. I've been active in this club this last year. I was the marketing lead, and I'm secretary. That's it.
Thank you, Andre. I would also like to pass on the mic now to Anne, who's our webmaster.
Hi, I'm Anne. I'm the webmaster this year, and it's going to be my first year being actually involved in the club, so I'm super excited.
Thank you, Anne. Next up is Daisy, our marketing lead. I'll show a little intro. She isn't able to make it to this meeting today, but I'll show her little intro after this slide. So next up will be our tech lead, Alice.
Alice. I'm
tech lead for this year. I've been a part of this club for, I guess this is my 3rd year now. I was previously co-lead last year, if you saw me around, but super excited this year.
Thank you, Alice. And Eli, who's our other tech lead.
Hi, my name is Eli, currently a senior CS major with math minor. This will be my first full year part of GBSC. I joined Camden this spring of last year.
Very nice. Thank you so much, guys. And like I said earlier, here's Daisy's intro.
My name is Daisy and I am a junior major in computer science and I decided to be in marketing this year.
So yeah, that's the entirety of the core team as it stands today. We're a little bit of a small team, but we'll talk a little bit about elections down the line and how you can possibly join the core team and expand our arsenal for how many more people we have today. Also, just as FYI, if you have any questions or concerns or anything at all throughout the entire year, please refer to any of our core team members. They're amazing resources that will give you the right tools and answers in order to get you what you need at the end of the day. So please reach out to any of them on Discord or their emails or anything. They're amazing people, and I'm sure they'll get you an answer one way or the other. With that out the way, let's go on now to the pinnacle of this meeting. What is the Google Developer Student Club? So the Google Developer Student Club, or GDSC for short, are student-run communities that are supported by Google through the Google Developer Network. The Google Developer Network aims to create communities to help developers learn many different Google technologies. Similar programs that Google developers also sponsors include Google Developer Experts, Women Tech Makers, and Google Developer Groups. The Google Developer Student Club in particular is the one that is usually for most university students that you'll see across many different universities across the entire world. So what is our mission and what do we do at the end of the day? The objective of our Google Developer Student Club in particular, I'll enable that. Our objective for us in particular is to help bridge the gap between theory and practice. But what does that mean at the end of the day? In our classes, we learn a lot about the theory and the concepts of computer science and adjacent fields, but we don't ever put that into practice. So as a result, our club tries to bridge that gap and actually give you practical applications of many things that you learn in your classes. We will offer you hands-on experience with a wide slew of real industry tools with real practical applications. Through your participation in the events and workshops that we'll have throughout the year, you'll learn about cutting-edge technologies and platforms that you can use in real-world applications. While the Google Developer Student Club, as like a whole, tries to push us to teach you of the many Google technologies that they give us the resources to help you teach, we are a community first and foremost. So whatever you guys want to learn, as you'll see later on, we routinely ask for your feedback in order to help garner us enough information to create our next events moving forward. So although we do have the resources to teach a lot of Google related technologies like you see on the screen here, we basically host workshops on events on any technology that the community wants at the end of the day. We also have a peer-to-peer learning community at the end of the day. We highly encourage you to reach out and ask any questions in the Google Developer Student Club and give us recommendations or ask us if you get stuck at any point in your developer journey. What we want to do at the end of the day is build a community where all of us can both learn and create projects together. Through this, we hope that it benefits you and us as we both learn and grow together as a club. So if any of this interests you in today, and if you enjoyed this event whatsoever, and would love to formally be a part of this club, on the screen here, I have a QR code that will gives you access to a slide deck that will give you step-by-step instruction on how to join our Bevy page. If you are unfamiliar with what Bevy is, think about it as this formal way for the Google developers to know that you're part of the UCF chapter of the Google Developer Student Club. So while this isn't related to UCF, this is related to Google in a sense. With this, you'll be formally noted as a member of the UCF GDSC chapter by Google developers, and it will also give you other things such as links to our socials, calendars, and mailing list. So this is basically a comprehensive slide deck with how to join formally. We highly encourage you to scan the QR code there. I'll give everyone a minute to scan that and get access to it, bookmark it. You can do it later. There's also a tiny URL here if you want to take a screenshot for it or a picture for it for later. GDSC-UCF-join-N. We will be posting this recording later on YouTube. So if at any point of this time that you weren't able to access a certain link, you can watch the recording and get access to it from there. So now let's move on to the major events that you can expect from the Google Developer Student Club in the 2022 to 2023 season. We can categorize these events in two categories: what events we can expect in the fall and what events we can expect in the spring. These are major events. So let's start off with the fall. In the fall, we're going to be hosting a Google Cloud Study Jam. And the Google Cloud Study Jam is an event where you get special access to Quick Labs. So if you're unfamiliar with Quick Labs, it's okay. Many of us are too. Quick Labs is an online learning platform that is dedicated to basically labs and courses on a variety of tools offered in Google Cloud. Think of it like Udemy, if any of you are familiar with Udemy, but the courses are made exclusively by Google specialists and developers, and the material is exclusively regarding Google Cloud. Because of the expertise and production value, Quick Labs costs money for every lab and course, but through the Google Developer Student Club, when we host the Google Cloud Study Jam later this fall, we will give you a special link to Quick Labs, which will give you a free 1-month access. This is an amazing value, a $55 value, and we highly encourage that if you want to learn about Google Cloud, no matter what your expertise, that you come to this event to get access to it. Quick Labs is formatted in a way that there's different levels of expertise. Even if you don't know how to code whatsoever or are very proficient in Google Cloud technologies, Google has made this platform very accessible for all those different varying ranges of skills. So please be on the lookout for that. Expect the Google Cloud Study Jam to be hosted later this fall. We are still waiting for Google to get an official date and when they can give it our way. In the spring, we will have something called the Google Solution Challenge. This is something that is hosted by Google, not us whatsoever. However, we will give you a lot of resources on the way to eventually build up to actually participating in the Google Solution Challenge. In essence, all the Google Developer Student Clubs actively build these events and workshops in order to help their communities work or understand enough material in order to participate in the Solution Challenge. The Solution Challenge is a 3-month-long event in which Google will publish a local community problem and everyone has to use Google technology in order to solve it. Think about it as a 3-month-long hackathon. If any of you have ever participated in a hackathon, this is what the Google Solution Challenge is. The only caveat is you have to use one Google technology that through our workshops, hopefully you'll learn through before the Google Solution Challenge in early spring. And as a result, you're also participating among the whole world. There's Google Developer Student Clubs all over the world globally. As a result, by participating in this hackathon, you wouldn't be competing on a university level, but globally. Thus, the prizes are a lot more nice. The top 3 winners in the whole world will each get $3,000 and a feature on the Google Developer blog. So it's high stakes, high prizes, and we hope by participating in the workshops and all the events that we have before the Solution Challenge, you're equipped and confident enough to actually participate in it and potentially win and represent UCF. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about upcoming events. These are events that you can expect within the next month. The first of which, or actually, my bad, the first thing to do is to mark your calendars. Here are the 2 events that you can expect within the next 2 months. If any of you want, take a picture right now to remember the date. The first of which, next week, on this date exactly, a little earlier from this time, is how to land an internship. We're going to be hosting a Q&A session. I will talk a little bit more detail in the next slide, but that event will be Tuesday on September 13th at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., exactly a week from now. And the next event is Finding Florida Man. This will be an event on teaching you how to web scrape with Python. And that event will be Tuesday on October 4th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So that's 3 weeks out, I believe. So just take a picture. These are the events for the next month. After this general body meeting, we will have a general body meeting every month. And in those general body meetings, we will discuss what events we have planned out for that particular month. So expect the general body meeting to be after October 4th, if that makes sense. With that out the way, let me first talk about how to land an internship. We're very excited to be hosting this event, which will be happening next week. We don't have a room so far. Currently, we do have a Zoom option, so it is going to be hybrid. But when there is a room available, we will post about it in the Discord. The How to Land an Internship event will be essentially a Q&A panels for interns from FANG and Unicorn companies. These are interns who have interned at companies such as Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tinder, and much more. So if you ever want, or if you are currently recruiting for a variety of technical roles currently, and you want to get into these big companies, or you want to get an internship, we highly, highly recommend that you come to this Q&A panel. I know when I was first started at University of Central Florida, there weren't a lot of resources on how to recruit and getting internships whatsoever. So this event will be very, very monumental and very helpful for you if you're kind of new to the scene. So please join the UCF Google Developer Student Club and join this event to learn about the tips and secrets in securing a software engineering internship. Next event, I'm going to pass over the mic to Eli to talk a little bit about.
All right, so this is gonna be our first technical workshop of the year. The goal here is to cover the introduction to Python and also the concept of web scraping and how you can apply that to a lot of different scenarios. We're trying to come up with some really fun project we could come up with, and the random idea that we ended up with was finding Florida Man. So it would be web scraping all of the Florida men who have ever done something, and then finding who is the most Florida man of all Florida men. So come join us if you haven't learned any Python before. We'll have instructions on how to get started, how to get your environment set up, some of the basic syntax. We'll also just talk about what is the point of web scraping, what you can do with it, and then create a project with that in order to find the one true Florida man.
Thank you so much, Eli. So those are the two upcoming events that you can expect within the next month. Put it in your calendars, join the Discord, and be notified of it when they are around the corner. Last thing we want to talk about before we end all the material is elections. So like I said earlier, currently we are looking for some positions in the core team. If you want an officer position and to possibly be working with us more closely in the Google Developer Student Club, we currently have 3 open positions for y'all. We have a tech lead, a marketing lead, and treasurer. If you want any more specific detail about what each of those positions entail, there's a QR code right there that you can scan. There's also a tiny URL, tiny down the bottom corner. I don't know if you can see it. It's tinyurl.com/UCF-GDSC-elections. In that QR code, it's the actual application. You can apply to any one of those roles. But in the application, you will see a little link in there that tells you the detailed role descriptions for each of these little roles. So I'm gonna give everyone a minute if you want to take a picture of that, or if you want to scan a QR code. And by the way, the applications close on September 11th, which is this Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So make sure to get them in quick and don't forget about the deadline.
Can freshmen apply for this election?
Yeah, historically we've had, freshmen in the core team. Hopefully that's enough time. Remember, the recording will be up later and we will be posting announcements furthermore in the Discord to remind you about the elections. And just make sure to apply before September 11th at 11:59 p.m. if you want to be considered for the core team. With that kind of concludes our first general body meeting as terms of material. If any of you are interested in dictating what workshops you want to see or what events you want to see moving forward, this is our topic interest form. This is very important. If you want to see a particular event or learn a particular technology throughout this entire year, please fill out this form. In this form, you will also see a little box asking us how we did and a feedback form. If you have any questions, please come back to us after the event right here and we'll be very happy to answer them. Until then, there's a QR code there. Picture, lots of QR codes. Sorry, guys. Topic interest form and that tiny URL is the same for the QR code. tinyurl.com/GDSC-topics.